What's happening, peeps and peepettes? Hope you guys are having an awesome day. This video we are going to cover just a little bit of the new reputation items that, or at least not the items, the information that Cryptic has just released, including, I'm also going to show you these, there are a couple, not a couple, there's just one weird console that I just found out. So I'm here at the Tribble testing server along with other people that are willing to test out the new stuff. And we usually come here at this console, or this particular console right here, that gives us access to new stuff. Well, the new stuff for the reputation is not even in the game, or at least in the Tribble testing server. Those servers are not here yet, or those items are not here yet. But I did find out a weird console. I have not seen this thing anywhere else in the game, in our game, in the real game, the holodeck server. So this might be something that they are going to introduce, but I'm also going to show it to you guys. It's up here at the Lobi store, if I can open it up, under Space Gear. And this thing is called a Universal Console, the Covert Mine Layer Suite. So this powerful console optimizes mine placement with generic algorithm, iterating on its minefield as the battlefield progresses. Further, it enables the parent ship to supply nearby mines with enough power to generate tiny amounts of thrust, even outside the pursuit mode. Now, I have to clarify this. The way it actually works is with mines. When you deploy them out at the aft of your ship, they basically are only activatable when a certain enemy draws closer to them. I think it's about 5 or 6 kilometers. It says, oh, it is 6 kilometers right here. And when the enemy is like within 6 kilometers, then the mine is going to activate. It's also going to pulsate. I believe it's a red color, and then it's going to go towards your enemy. And when it is going to be close enough, it's going to detonate. That's usually how mines work. Now, this universal console that you're going to equip on any particular ship, because it's coming from the Lobi store, it says right here, it's going to be able to generate enough power to generate a tiny amount of thrust, even outside the pursuit mode. So let's say the enemy is outside of the 6 kilometer range. When you're going to be able to use mines, these things are going to slowly progress towards the enemy, and then hopefully when it's close enough, it's going to detonate. So this causes mines that are not near potential victim to slowly creep towards the nearest enemy starship. Mines between 10 kilometers and 6 kilometers away from the enemy ship creep to within 6 kilometers, activating this console. Disables this behavior. Deactivating this console re-enables it. So keep in mind, you have to keep this thing deactivated, I'm guessing. So if you activate this console, disables this behavior. So it's kind of weird. But this thing also gives us a passive of 2.5% mine damage. That is, I don't know, it's weird. Nobody uses mines anymore in the game, because these are just, not even there to be. But this thing is new. Probably they're going to put it in the game at some sort of time, maybe when releasing a new ship, or maybe it is on the game and I've never seen it before. But for me, it is new. It even says right here, new. So, new stuff that I'm showing to you guys. But anyway, let me go to read up all of the information that Cryptic has just released like a couple of minutes ago. And that has to do with the new reputation, because we finally are going to get this awesome new reputation, or at least I'm hoping it's going to be awesome. But I'll be right back with you guys with the statistics and information about that. So this has just been released as like a couple of minutes ago. Introducing the Discovery Legends. We're going to be Legends. Legends reputation right here. The Discovery Legends expedition seeks to understand the pivotal events of the 2250s and the people those events revolved around. The consequences of this time continues to resonate through the galaxy today, and Jeula has made it painful clear that more secrets remains to be found. Separating of facts from myth is necessary. A mix of black market acquisitions, seriously? Nice. Black market acquisitions, archaeological expeditions, and defensive industry research. This group seems to seeks to catalog and remember the facts of our history. Really cool backstory of that, how this thing is basically come to be. This new reputation will be available with Rise of Discovery and features new traits. Yes, people, we're going to get new traits, new kit modules, new space equipment sets. Very, very cool for you guys that are enjoying space. We are going to get new sets that you guys can put all of your resources towards obtaining. Ground equipment sets, one of my personal favorites, and as well a new ground armor and space visuals. Yes, we are going to get even more space visuals for your ship to use, you know, when you're flying your ship, basically. All right, so progression. Submitting discovery marks will increase your standing with the Discovery Legend expeditions. These can be found by participating in Operation Repos. So these are basically, you know, they're basically talking about like where can you get these marks. Now those marks are just, you know, those tokens that you need to obtain to progress your reputation tier all the way to tier 6, I'm guessing. So you can get them from Operation Repost. Our newest queues, they're actually talking about queues right here. I think this should be the new TFO, right? Test Sports Operation, it's not queues anymore, right? But anyway, as well as participating in the Pearl over Pavo. Okay, so they're going to release that, going to be a TFO. Defense of Starbase 1. Wow, you can actually do multiple. And also Power Dissension. TFOs. These sources of marks have been scaling rewards, increasing the number of discovery mark received in performance above expedition or completing bonus objective. Okay, so you can basically get more if you, you know, go into advanced or elite and completing all of the bonus objectives as it is right here. So you're going to get more and more of these resources and basically more marks. And these discovery marks tokens, I'm guessing, they don't have a name for them yet. This is just discovery marks. Those are the points that you need. The what? How do I even pronounce this?
Stellaviatory.
Stellaviatory. The P-Stellaviatory spores. Those are those tokens. Can be earned by participating in an advanced and elite version of Operation Repost queues, as well as Pearl over Pavo, Defense of Starbase 1, and all right, so basically all of them. And let me see how the computer reads it again.
Stellaviatory.
Stellaviatories. Wow. The Stellaviatory spores have been recovered from these areas, sourced from illicit traders. This is talking about the what did we say? A mix of black market acquisition. I love that. Illicit traders, and even sometimes producing directly from the Mycelial network. As Discovery Legends expedition is attempted to acquire all such samples available, both in study and protective purposes. As such, the Discovery Legends expedition rewards tuning these fragments when they can be discovered. In addition to all of the gear that can be obtained, I'm going to have such a hard time pronouncing this thing. The Stellaviatory spores canisters. The Discovery Legends expedition will also exchange dilithium ore for them. So you can basically exchange them for resources as well. So Discovery marks, those are just the marks, and the Stellaviatories, those are the tokens. Canisters can be submitted through the Reputation XP and new a high quality gear acquisition. Here are a few samples of them that can be earned by advancing your standing in the Discovery Legends expedition. Oh, these are basically the shield visuals, I'm guessing. It's kind of like, you know, like a smudged effect when you put like water and oil together. You get like that cinnamon basis thing, the like beautiful colors and stuff like that, you know, for what it is. Stamets and Tilly Ingenious Space Set 4-piece non-barometric matter deflector. This deflector array is optimized for survival. Okay, so most of the tank builds right here. Built to withstand both the rigorous of active duty and the vagaries of what? How'd you pronounce that? Eclectic engineers. It improves the hull capacity of ships and provides additional resistance against damage from torpedoes, which improves based on the whole ship's capacity. So definitely for tanking purposes, because it's tied up to your hull capacity. So really cool. Mycelial wave impulse engines right here. These combat engines operate very well on accidental power alone. Incidental, non-accidental. Incidental power alone. Excess power is delivered automatically as needed, resulting in a boost of engine power outside combat and a boost to shield power inside combat. Wow, so a little bit of tanking abilities as well. But this is a combat impulse engine, so you can basically use it for for combat as well, because they're going to operate a little bit better when you are in combat. So that's nice. I like that. Mycelial harmonic matter antimatter singularity warp core. So these are the warp cores. This warp core have been modified with a set of mycelial conduits which warp around the primary EPS conduits like vines on a trellis. Built on field stabilizing of architecture, it improves shield power natively. The structural integrity field of the ship benefits greatly from this arrangement, and the ship receives a bonus to hull capacity based on the shield power level of the ship. Wow. Okay. So hull capacity based on shield power. Well, could be fun. Could be fun to integrate those two. Tilly's review pending modified shield. Ooh. Tilly's review pending modified shield. Okay, so that's going to be the new shield. This shield was modified by an enterprising engineer in all ways, which have not technically passed safety inspections. Oh, I love that. The results are quite tempting. The excess energy flowing through the system improves the ship's hull capacity by way of structural integrity field. Further, the ship weapon carry a charge of passing through these shields, disrupting enemy shield based on the shield on the ship shield power. So a little bit of pen right here, passing through its shields. Nice. Bonuses of these below are the bonuses of the new space equipment sets. So these are the sets. If you have the two-piece, let's say you have the engine and the shields or something like that, or the shield and the engine, or the warp core and the deflector dish, or mix matching components. So you have the two pieces, you're going to get nothing lasts forever. So enormous bonus to in-combat hull regeneration. Hull regeneration is based on hull capacity. If you have the three-piece set Mycelial Lightning, this is going to be passive. Your first weapon attack against each target triggers a blast of Mycelial energy, dealing damage based on your hull capacity. So, okay. But this is only the first attack against enemies. So this is only the primary attack. So if you are in prolonged engagement with a particular enemy, this thing is not going to kick in. So you just have to switch targets, I'm guessing. Is this going to be on a cooldown, perhaps? No, it's passive, so it's not going to be on a cooldown. Anyway, if you have all three pieces of them, this is going to get a activatable clicky. This is going to activate, so it's going to be toggled on and off. To the foes in the area centered to the target's foe, deal damage to enemy based on your hull capacity divided by the number of targets hit. Correction, this is not going to be activatable. This is going to be active the whole time. So you're going to deal damage to the enemy based on your own hull capacity. So let's say you have 100% hull, this thing is going to be at maximum, but it's also going to divide it by the number of targets that's going to be hit. Each foe provides a stacking hull capacity bonus to yourself. Duration is permanent, but the buff is scaled on is cleared on map movement. So if you switch to maps, it's going to be cleared. We'll see what you guys are going to come up with. The Lorca Ambition Space Set. This is basically the weapons. I'm guessing Dark Matter Quantum Torpedo Launcher. Oh yeah. Really cool. Look at this thing. It leaves a little bit of a trail behind of like pinkish glow, and this is really cool. Kind of looks like jello or a jellyfish, sorry. Anyway, Dark Matter Quantum Torpedo. This Quantum Torpedo launcher has been infused with the unorthodox dark matter pellets collected by Captain Gabriel Lorca. Ship struck by this weapon begins to disintegrate, receiving damage over time that accumulates as more torpedoes impact the hull. When the torpedo critically strikes an enemy ship, twice as much damage over time is applied. If the ship is destroyed during this damage over time, it disintegrates completely. Okay. Oh, I love this fact. They actually, when you actually vaporize an enemy in ground, is basically the same thing for space. I love that mechanics that they actually copy pasted from ground to space. So basically, there is no warp core breach after you actually explode the enemy, right? So there are no two explosions. I love that. I usually get hit by those secondary warp core breaches that it actually does. I love that. That's awesome. Phaser / disruptor dual heavy beam bank. Okay. This prototype weapon system is available in either phaser or disruptor configuration, modeled after the traditional dual beam banks. It offers great overall damage and critical severity, but it's more cumbersome and slower to fire. So an increase in damage and critical severity, but it's going to, fire more slowly. Anyway, console tactical, the Lorca custom fire controls. Okay. After the loss of the USS Buran, Captain Gabriel Lorca modified the USS Discovery with additional access to primary system from the central chair. Fire control receives special attention. This configuration allows for moderate increase to weapon power, shield penetration, and a very significant increase in critical chance. Oh yeah, gonna get this thing. I'm actually going to get everything. What I'm talking about, you guys know. You guys are probably going to get the same deal. But anyway, below are the set bonuses for the new space equipment. Specs. What? Below are the new bonuses for this new space equipment sets. Oh, for the two weapons. I'm sorry. I'm being distracted by the ground portion. So if you have two pieces of these, you're going to get war discretion. That's going to be passive. On critically striking, gain a stacking bonus to critical severity. Ooh, yeah, baby. Gimme. But that's just the beginning. If you have all three pieces, this is going to be passive. Automatically launch one dark matter quantum torpedo at the enemy who fall below 50% health. Ooh! Are you kidding me? Oh, it's probably going to have a really cool cooldown time, basically. Anyway, max one torpedo per second, no more than one torpedo per enemy. Yeah, here it goes. One torpedo per enemy. Oh, that's not good. But I do like it though. It's like a passive that you're also going to fire off a quantum torpedo if the enemy's hull is below 50%. This dark matter quantum torpedo is going to be automatically fired upon the enemy. Unfortunately, only one torpedo per enemy. Yeah, they kind of need to limit it down somehow, so they basically do that. This is the new ground armor that we are going to get. Kind of looks like the Solanae armor. Lots of, really cool. Nice. Looks good. Looks good. I like it already. Definitely like the TV show. If you guys, have been watching the TV show, this thing should be familiar to you. So this thing is called the Burnham Resolve Ground Set. Comes with 3 pieces. We have the Burnham CQC Armor Environmental Suit. I don't know what CQC stands for, but you guys are going to let me know in the comment section. Available in both armor and environmental suit configuration. This heavily modified piece of gear is optimized for moving by a Sus Mana Master and hardened against harm both physically and mental. It improves the user physical damage run speed, as well as providing robust protection against all forms of damage and a significant increase in willpower. Run speed, I wonder how much that is going to be. Upon earning all 3 pieces of the ground set, you will automatically grant a costume unlock for the purpose of displaying this unique visual that accompany this armor. Okay, I like that. That's nice. So that is the armor and environmental suit. So you can basically utilize this armor for both purposes. So it is also armor and it's also environmental suit. I kind of like the idea of that. But you're also going to get a environmental shield, and it's called the Hostile Environmental Shield. Developed for situation of extreme adversity, in close quarter combat. This shield releases This shield releases explosively when it's breached by incoming damage. Is it just weird reading this line? This shield releases explosively when it's all right. Exposing and slowing all nearby enemies. These optimized have a incidental benefit by optimizing the shield raw capacity. I don't know what that means, but sure. We have to take a closer look on this thing when we are going to be able to on the triple testing server. Minefield Device. Cadet Sylvia Tilly and specialist Michael Burnham created the device to enhance Burnham's connection to Ambassador Sarek. This device replicates many of the features of the Vulcan mind melt, albeit incompletely investigation of a field usage by untrained personnel mostly produce dead ends, with the notable exception. The device seems to work well with simple motor skills and muscle memory graft techniques, yielding in Mind Meld device will grant a simplified version of Sus Mana to the wielder. Greatly improving martial arts capacity. Martial arts. Yeah, who uses that? Palm Strike is replaced by Engage, a very short recharge lunge that roots enemy the first time it strikes them and slows them sequentially on sequential use. Nice. Martial arts finisher are devastating, dealing massively improved damage and always either exploding or exposing, exploiting or exposing, depends on which finisher is used. Waving together left and right melee attacks into sequences of 3 attacks causes the third attack to be a martial art finisher. At least 1 attack on each category, left, right, must be used to create a finisher. So it's basically a finishing move like you have on Mortal Kombat, like you can choose to combination you need to put up there. So below are the bonuses from the new ground equipment set. So the Burnham Resolve set bonuses. Curious and Curiouser. Exploiting and expose enemies significantly reduces physical resistance. If you have 2 pieces, if you have all 3 pieces, this thing is going to be called Objects in Motion. Performing a martial arts finisher restores health and improves kit modules recharge time. Lots of lights, triangles, and really cool stuff going on this picture. No idea what, but it looks good. We're also going to get kit modules. So a universal kit module mods time device. Places a buff on the user for an extended duration. During this time, lethal damage will instead cause the user to be returned at full health to where they were when they activated this device. Also, during this time, using a kit module will reduce the remaining recharge time of other kit modules by a portion of the used kit module cooldown. What is this? Harcourt? Phantom, oh, that's that's his name. I was like, what is that? Phantom Mode is not responsible for lost items, memories. I don't know what that is. Gibbers. Or other negative consequences of any kind for use of this device is definitely responsible for positive consequences. Nice. I love that. I love that. This last sentence, I love that. I wish they had actually more of these kind of stuff because it really makes, like, you know, for dry humor. I love that. Also, a universal kit module, a graviton containment unit intended for industrial application. This gravitic containment unit has modified for more rigorous field use. It forcibly pulls all enemy in an area towards the user, depositing them ceremoniously at the user's feet, dealing modest physical damage. What? I love that. Gravitic containment. So it's basically a pool, like gravity well, but then a pool. Nice. I love that. That's nice. That's nice. I like that. Okay, here we go. Traits. We have a torpedo. Is it a torpedo? It's kind of like a it's a meteor of some sort displayed up here with like a light source on top. That's weird. Anyway, we'll read a little bit about the traits. The Discovery Legend Expedition introduces the new following reputation traits for ground. Iriam's augment improves the damage over time and area of effect damage resistance. Tyler's memories.
Ariums.
Oh, Ariums. Oh man, this is that robot chick. Sorry. Tyler's memories grant bonus weapon damage based on your distance to the target, improving the closer you are. Ooh, I am definitely going to get that because this is ground portion. Love that. All right, tier 2 is for space. Arium's efficiency, improve your damage over time in area of effect damage resistance. Very cool. Saru's Grace, applying control abilities to enemy ships. Add a stack of Saru's Grace to your ship, improving damage and speed for a limited time, I'm guessing. Okay. Landry's, right?
Landry's.
Yeah, Landry's Tenacity. Performing a critical hit cleanses one random debuff from you with a brief cooldown. Surag's Vigor. Applying control abilities to enemies adds a stack of Suri's Grace to you, improving damage and speed for a time. This is a copy-paste of what is written right here. This is basically wrong. It should be Soru's Vigor right here. Adds a stack of Soru's Vigor to you. Okay, so that's a big boo-boo that they made. They need to clear up. Landry's Loyalty and Tyler's Duality. Performing a critical hit random buff to you for a bit. Oh, wait a minute. This is space. Right. No, it's correct. Only this part is should be Saru's Vigor because this is for ground. And this was for space. Right. My bad. Or at least they're bad for, not putting up the right information right there. That's kind of like confusing me. But anyway, tier 4 for space. Landers, oh no, we just read that. Tyler's duality, gain critical chance based off of hull capacity. Ooh, I like that. Hull capacity based and critical chance. Nice. So we got tier 5 that's basically for space, non-bryonic asteroid. Oh, okay. So that's going to be basically this particular picture that we just saw. Activating this trait will deploy an asteroid with unusual gravimetric properties behind your ship. Tethered by tractor beams, it follows behind your ship, pulling in all nearby enemies and dealing damage over time to them. Oh, that's cool. Hold on. So this asteroid is being pulled by my ship by tractor beams, and this thing deploys like a gravimetric asteroid by unusual gravimetric properties. So basically, it pulls in other enemies. So it pulls. All right, I'm pulling the asteroid, and the asteroid pulls up nearby enemies. Wow, that's a lot of new stuff to actually look forward to. I'm definitely going to get the something that struck my attention, the Lorca tactical console. That's definitely a must-have. The engine is cool to have. The deflector dish is more survivability. The shield are really, really cool. The warp core. I'm actually, wanting to see this thing in action and what the specifics are going to be for this thing. But it kind of looks good. The torpedo is really cool to see. The 3 set bonus, 2 set bonus, 4 set bonus. I'm liking it. The fire control is really cool. I'm looking forward to this, to be honest. Yeah, the armor is basically just like the wait, let me just open this thing up a little bit. Yeah, the armor is basically just like the TV show. You can basically see the characters' details right here. That's kind of cool. I wonder what this thing is. Is this something that we can unlock as well on the guy's left side of his face? That could be cool. Oh, that's basically the mind. Is it? No, I don't know. It is, because if you put your fingers on his face, basically the Minefield Device is basically that. Kind of looks like Borg tech, right? I wonder. The traits are good. Traits are definitely based off like hull capacity, more for survivability, and kind of looks. Testing is definitely needed on these things, but I'm looking forward to this thing as well, because in the TV show they basically stopped like a big asteroid from impacting a world with this thing when they basically towed it behind the USS Discovery. So it's basically based on that. So really cool. I like it. I'm looking forward to all of these, to be honest. These new visuals kind of look cool, but man, how many visuals are we getting in the game currently? There are like 40 of them or something. Jesus, enough with the visuals. And it doesn't say anything about the tier 6. Usually the tier 6 is like 2% more increasement in some kind of statistics, but I'm guessing this only goes to tier 5. I wonder what the tier 6 is going to be. Anyway, hope you guys had a little bit of knowledge coming out of my channel. This is just a readout for people that are, that I don't have access to STO's main page, or just don't want to read about that you know, I'm happy to provide you guys with a little bit of information. But this is going to be available for us. It doesn't say when though. Did it somewhere? No, it doesn't say. With the rise of Discovery. Yeah. All right. But anyway, that's it for this video. Hope you guys had a little bit of knowledge coming out of it. And I would love to see you guys on the next one. So for now, take care and I will see you later.